morning, students. Today we will continue with the revision of motion. Chapter motion. Now, in our previous class, we had learned about various kind of motion. Now, we'll learn about uniform and non-uniform motion. So the first, uniform motion. When a body covers equal distances in equal interval of time, then body is having uniform motion. Say, for example, there is a body which is covering certain distance in time, say s seconds. Initially, when the body is at rest, the distance traveled by the body is also 0. Say in 2 seconds, it covers 10 meter. In again next 2 seconds, it covers again 10 meter, then 10 plus 10, that is 20 meter. Again in next 2 seconds, it will cover 10 meter, that is 30 meter. Again 8 seconds, 40, and in next 2 seconds, again 10 meter, it becomes 50. So we see that for every 2 seconds, the distance traveled by the body is 10 meters. Say in first 2 seconds, 10 meter. 4 minus 2, 2, 20 minus 10, that is 10 meter. Next 2 seconds, 30 minus 20, that is 10 meter. Next 2 seconds, 8 minus 6, 40 minus 30, that is 10 meter. Or you can compare it from here also. In 4 seconds, 4 minus 0, 4, 20 minus 0, that is 20 meter. So in 4 seconds, it travels 20 meter. In this case, 6 minus 2, 4, 30 minus 10, again what? 20 meter. So for every 2 seconds, it is covering 10 meter, and for every 4 seconds, it is covering 20 meter. So hence, this kind of motion is called non-uniform motion. Uniform motion. Now, non-uniform motion. When a body covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then body is having non-uniform motion. Say, again I am making the same kind of chart. Say distance in meter, time in second. Say you people are coming to school through via a van, or your father is dropping you at the gate. So when you start from the home, at that time is 0, and the distance traveled by the vehicle which your parents or the van driver is driving is also 0. Now in first 2 seconds, you see the driver sees a clear road and he covers say 15 meter. But in the next 2 seconds, some bicycle man or another tricycle, they come into the way and he has to slow down. So in next 2 seconds, he covers only say 5 meter. Again, for the next 2 seconds, again the road is clear and he is driving not at a very fast speed, covers 10 meter. Then Again, a red light is there, he has to stop. So for the next 2 seconds, he doesn't cover anything. That is, he remains at same. That is 0 meter covers. He covers 0 meter in next 2 seconds. Or then he moves and he covers only 8 meter in the next 2 seconds. So this kind of motion in which for every equal interval of time the distance traveled by the body is different is called non-uniform motion. Now students will learn about distance. Now distance, what is distance? The actual length of path covered by the body is called distance. Now it is a scalar quantity and its SI unit is meter. Say if I am saying, say I am taking the directions. A person starts from A, goes to point B, which is 3 meter. Then he goes to point C, say 5 meter. Then he goes to point D, which is 7 meter. And then to point E, which is 1 meter. So the distance traveled by that object is equal to what? AB plus BC plus CD plus DE. That is 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 1. 16 meter. The distance traveled by that body is 16 meter. Now, say there is a circular pond. There is a circular pond and a boy A starts running near the edge of the pond and comes back to its original position. So the distance traveled by that boy is equal to the circumference of circular pond. Now if we know the radius of circular pond, say it is 7 meter, then distance traveled by boy is equal to circumference of circular pond, which is equal to 2 pi r, where pi is an irrational number whose approximate value is 22 by 7. 2 into 22 by 7 into 7, that is the distance traveled by a boy is 44 meter. Now students, please do remember that distance covered is the total length of the path covered by the body, and it is independent of the direction. What I want to say that distance covered by a moving object continuously increases with time if the body is in motion. It cannot have a negative value. Now speed. Distance per unit time is called speed. Now remember, speed is a scalar quantity and its SI unit is meter per second. Now what I need to say that speed is equal to distance upon time. Now other unit of speed which is commonly we use is kilometer per hour. Now students, if a bus takes 2 hours from Lucknow to Kanpur and the distance between Lucknow and Kanpur is 80 kilometer. So if I tell you people to calculate the speed of the bus, so everybody will say that 80 by 2, that is 40 kilometer per hour. But have you realized that if the bus cannot move constantly at the speed of 40 kilometer per hour from Lucknow till Kanpur, as you people know that there is a lot of traffic near that Alambagh and then at Amosi. After that, when the bus comes out from the city, then it can gain speed. So the bus cannot travel with the constant speed of 40 kilometer per hour. At some places, its speed will be less than 40 kilometer per hour. At some places, its speed is more than 40 kilometer per hour. So what did we found at that in that case? That is called average speed. Generally, when we call speed, we mean average speed. Now, average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. Now, this speed, now what is the significance of this speed? That is called instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed, that means the speed of body at an instant is called instantaneous speed. Now you people, no doubt, you people have traveled a lot with your parents. When your father is driving a car and at some instant you people look at the device which is fitted in a car and you read that this, either it is pointer is there or some LEDs are there in some cars. The pointer is at say 80. So what does it mean? That your father is driving that car at the speed of 80 kilometer per hour. So that is called instantaneous speed, because at that instant the speed of that vehicle is 80 kilometer per hour. So what is the name of the instrument which tells us about the speed or instantaneous speed? Name the instrument which tells us about the speed of vehicle in this case. That is called speedometer. That is called speedometer. But you people might have seen there is some counting also over there which keeps on increasing. That is called odometer. That counts the number of kilometers that vehicle has covered till now. But for that speed, the instrument is called speedometer. Now we'll do some numericals. some numerical problems. There are 8, so I will do the odd numbered, and the even numbered is for your homework. A motorcyclist rides from Delhi to Gurugram covering a distance of 63 km. Distance covered by that motorcyclist is 63 km, and time is given 1 hour 45 minutes. Calculate his average speed. Now first we need to convert this 1 hour 45 minutes in hours. So we all know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So this 45 minutes, so as to convert this 45 minutes, we need to divide it by 60. As we know that we can add or subtract only like terms. Now 15 3, 15 4. 1 plus 3 by 4, whole number and a proper fraction. When we add a whole number and a proper fraction, we just stick them. So it becomes 1 3 by 4. Converting it into improper fraction, that is 7 by 4 hours. Now we need to find out the average speed. Now average speed is equal to total distance travelled upon total time taken. So total distance travelled is 63 km and the total time is 7 by 4 hours. So it's a complex fraction. So the fraction at the denominator, we have to reciprocal it. 7 by 4, this will become 4 by 7. This much kilometer per hour. 7, 9 to 4, that is 36 km per hour. So the average speed of the motorcyclist is 36 km per hour. Third, a car is running at a uniform speed of 90 km per hour. So the speed of car, that is the uniform speed or the average speed of the car, is given 90 km per hour. Find its speed in meter per second. So we need to convert this kilometer per hour into SI unit, that is meter per second. So what the basically means, the statement means speed of car is 90 km per hour, means the car is traveling 90 km in 1 hour. So we can easily write this 90 km per hour as 90 km in 1 hour. Now we need to convert into meter per second. We all know that if 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60 seconds. So giving these transformation, 90 into 1000 meter upon 1 into 60 into 60 seconds. Now simplifying it, 3 3 9 50 or 2 25, that is 25 meter per second. So if a car is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour, so its speed is 25 meter per second. Fifth, an insect moves through 3.5 centimeter in 20 seconds. Calculate its speed in millimeter per second. Okay, so the distance traveled by an insect is equal to 3.5 centimeter. Time taken by it is 20 seconds. And what we need to find? We need to find speed of an insect in millimeter per second. So we have to convert this distance 3.5 centimeter into millimeter first. So we all know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So converting it into millimeter, 3.5 into 10 millimeter, or it is 35 millimeter. Now we all know that the average speed is equal to distance upon time. The distance is 35 millimeter and the time is 20 seconds. So 10, 117.5 or 1.75 millimeter per second. Seventh, how much time does a train take to cover a distance of 507 kilometer between New Delhi and Lucknow if average speed of the train is 72 kilometer per hour? Okay, the distance traveled by train is equal to 507 kilometer and the average speed of train is 72 kilometer per hour. We need to find the time taken by train. Again we know the same formula, average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. Now average speed is given 72 kilometer per hour. Total distance traveled is 507 kilometer. We need to find out time t. Cross multiplying time is 507 upon 72. 3 to the 6, 3 4 the 12, 169. Okay. 169 by 24. Let 24 into 7, 28, 14 to 16. Okay, 7, 168. So it is 7, 1 by 24 hours. So the time taken by train to cover 507 kilometer at an average speed of 72 kilometer per hour is 7, 1 by 24 hours. Now students, today's homework is you have to do the even numbered numericals in your fair notebook. Thank you students.